I think it's safe to say the anticipation has begun. The final chapter in The Weeknd's latest trilogy looms closer than it has before. A trilogy to send off Abel's alter ego, The Weeknd, first began in 2020 with the release of After Hours, followed by Dawn FM in 2022. If you're familiar with The Weeknd, then you know his evolution has been incredible to witness over the years. Whether it's changing his hairstyle or his look, every album, every era stands out in more than just the way he presents himself. This was more apparent when he transformed into the character with a red coat on After Hours. Through this character, we witness the story of a man who spirals into madness in his relentless quest for success and fame. This album captures Abel's transformation into The Weeknd, where his life is marked by self-indulging pleasures, fleeting romances, and the intoxicating nightlife, yet beneath the surface reveals the profound emotional toll and personal destruction these pursuits bring. Dawn FM follows an older version of the previous character, depicting helplessness as just a mindset. The album is a journey of self-discovery accompanied by a radio broadcast narrated by Jim Carrey. It portrays the character's path through purgatory, ultimately leading to self-acceptance. Carrey's narration states, "Heavens for those who let go," reinforcing the theme of release and transformation, with the character needing to face his demons before moving forward. The journey underscores the idea that one must be ready for heaven to experience it. So what do we know about his last entry in this trilogy, aside from the hints of an afterlife on Dawn FM? Not much. But we do have an idea of which direction it's going in and how it ties into the previous chapters, and that is within the theme of resurrection. Each album has delved deep into different stages of his character's life: death in After Hours, purgatory in Dawn FM, and now a hint towards resurrection in the untitled third album. The most information we've received thus far has been through Abel's profile on Instagram, with recent posts hinting at what we could expect. This was the first picture confirming to us that a final album was on the way. This story has 3 chapters, the greatest trilogy known to man. Safe to say, The Weeknd is going out the same way he came into the scene in the first place. Let's take a look at this first post though. A picture of a little animatronic baby doll. What does this mean? I don't know. But if we keep in mind resurrection, we can assume that this is The Weeknd in some type of way, coming back to life as Abel or a new Abel. Considering that The Weeknd has already confirmed to us that this will be his final album under the name The Weeknd, it's safe to say that this is a new Abel. And plus, the doll being made here is super detailed, so I'm sure it's gonna play a big part in like future music videos or something. This second post gives us a closer look at a much younger Abel. Just like the previous albums had focus on close-ups of his face, this one does the same, as we can confirm and keep speculating that this is Abel we are seeing, or a new Abel, a much younger version of himself, one without any ties to the past. This third post is a picture of St. Paul, and this is where things get juicy. St. Paul and Sao Paulo, Brazil share a common connection through their namesakes. Both are named after St. Paul the Apostle, a key figure in Christianity, known for his missionary work and extensive writings in the New Testament. In the same post, Abel captioned this picture with a quote that reads, "The present humanity is frail, deteriorating, and weak, but to share eternal life, the bodies must be transformed." Alright, at first, I didn't really know what it meant, so I did what any normal person would do and went to Reddit. And I think I might have found the answer. I'm kidding. This quote by St. Paul reflects his teachings on the nature of human existence and the transformation that believers will undergo to attain eternal life. Let me explain that a bit further. The present humanity is frail, deteriorating, and weak. St. Paul acknowledges the inherent weakness and limitations of our current human condition. This includes physical frailty, the inevitability of aging and decay, and the moral and spiritual shortcomings that characterize human life. But to share eternal life, the bodies must be transformed. In Christian theology, eternal life is not just a continuation of our current existence, but a profoundly different state of being. St. Paul teaches that to participate in this eternal life, our bodies must undergo a transformation. This refers to the resurrection, where believers are promised new, glorified bodies that are free from the frailty and corruption of our earthly existence. In essence, St. Paul is emphasizing that the current human state is temporary and imperfect. For believers to attain eternal life promised by God, a radical transformation must occur, resulting in a perfected, immortal state of being. Now, this fourth post we got is an announcement of what looks like The Weeknd presenting himself in Sao Paulo on September 7th. But it's never that simple. After a closer look at this picture, here's what I could tell you. We can see the central figure is a silhouette of The Weeknd, facing what looks like a bright, illuminated doorway. This could symbolize entering a new phase or a rebirth, aligning with the theme of resurrection. The doorway bathed in intense light suggests a passage or transition. In many cultures, light symbolizes purity, divinity, and enlightenment. Walking towards the light can signify moving towards a higher state of being or new beginnings. The imagery and symbolism in this poster seem to convey a message of transformation, hope, and entering a new phase. Abel appears to be inviting us to join him on September 7th on a journey of renewal, self-discovery, possibly tied to the themes of this project. Sorry I won't be able to attend, Abel. I'm sorry. Now, with this latest post, we get another look at the September 7th event. The Weeknd is depicted standing with arms outstretched, which can be interpreted as a gesture of openness, welcome, or even a messianic pose, suggesting themes of leadership, guidance, or sacrifice. The large circular light source behind him, which could be the moon, symbolizing enlightenment, power, and divinity. It creates a halo effect, adding to the sense of the Weeknd being a central, almost divine figure. The building he stands on has an ancient temple-like quality. Similar to the doorway his silhouette figure was seen walking towards, this gives off a historical and mystical feel. This setting reinforces the themes of timelessness, spirituality, possibly suggesting that the Weeknd is drawing on ancient or universal themes in his work. To me, this is the biggest indicator at what's to come. The Weeknd hints at a project involving resurrection and a younger self, suggesting a profound exploration of change, identity, and personal growth. It reflects his continuous evolution as an artist and his ability to intertwine personal narrative with universal themes that resonate with his audience. Through the character he embodied in After Hours, we saw a man consumed by the pursuit of success, only to realize the emotional toll it takes. Dawn FM then portrayed this character's path to self-acceptance, narrated by Jim Carrey, symbolizing a journey through purgatory. The final chapter promises to explore resurrection, suggested through Abel's cryptic social media post and what we know so far. This final album not only marks the end of the Weeknd's persona, but also signifies a new beginning for Abel. The journey of resurrection and a younger self reflects themes of change, identity, and personal growth, underscoring the Weeknd's continuous evolution as an artist. The anticipation is not just for new music, but for the next chapter in Abel's story as well. I want to thank everybody who watched my other video. You absolutely crushed it. I had no idea it would get that many views. Thank you for everyone who liked, subscribed, and commented. It really means the world to me. Thank you. So that brings us to the end of this video. Let me know what else you want me to talk about. If we can discuss further in the comments or somewhere else, just let me know. But until then, I'll see you next time.